everyone, it's Nikki here. If you've been wanting to get into shape for years and you've struggled with the diet plans and the exercise routines, and you've maybe got quite a long way, but then you've been sucked back into your old habits and your old ways, then this video is for you. So this was basically me for the past 20 odd years. And I did have periods of time where I did get into shape, but then I would just go back to my old habits and my old ways and I'd be out of shape again. And what I was doing is what most people do, was I was saying to myself, okay, I want to make a change. So what is my strategy? How am I going to make this change? And then I was coming up with a plan, and then who I viewed myself to be at that time was then trying to make a change. But the problem was, who I was viewing myself as being was ultimately somebody who didn't deserve to be healthy and fit and to feel good. But I didn't realise this. So this person was trying to make the change, but because I felt that way about myself and that's how I saw myself, then my subconscious was pulling me back to the old ways and the old patterns. So what I needed to do was to actually change my self-concept, to change the way that I saw myself into seeing myself as somebody who is fit and healthy now, and loving my body and loving myself now just as I am, and actually knowing who I really am, which is pure consciousness. And that all of the self-concept I had was actually given to me when I was a child, and I didn't choose any of that. So I really had to come back to myself and really know who I am, and who we all are is this pure consciousness, and all of the things that we think we are actually given to us when we're children and we don't choose it. So I actually started on this process a couple of months ago, where I decided I was going to be the person that loved themselves and be the person that treated themselves with respect and had healthy habits and was a healthy person now, before I actually went ahead with what I was going to eat and the exercises that I was going to do. So 2 months in, and I've definitely seen a change. And it's a bit like magic. When you actually make a decision that you are going to be this person now, you get all of these ideas that you never would have thought of. So for instance, with me, I got this idea to have a gut health test. But what I didn't know is that your gut health actually affects your hormones, which in turn affect your weight or your ability to metabolize fat. So having this gut health test was just like a revelation for me. So now I know exactly what foods are healthy for my body, which I wouldn't have known before. And I've also found out loads of other information that I never would have known before. Like if you're stressed all the time and your cortisol levels are high, then that makes you hold on to fat. If you don't drink enough water, then you end up being puffy. And if you really cut down too much on calories, this will also send your body into a stress response, which will in turn make it hold on to fat. So all of these things I never would have known before I did this exercise of changing my self-concept. So I think the main message I want to get across on this video is that who you are is good enough, and you have to see yourself as good enough to be healthy and to feel good and to be in shape. You have to do that first. For me, at the root of it, I really didn't love myself. I really didn't think that I was worthy of anything. And I really had to go back to the root of who I am, which is pure consciousness, and know myself just as I am. And the only way for me to do this was to sit in silence and to meditate. I know that sounds boring, but that is the only way to really get to know who you really are, to feel your own power within your body. That's the solid foundation. And from that, then you can add on the self-concept that you actually want to have, the self-concept that is going to be helpful for you and be able to open up opportunities for you. We don't get what we deserve and we don't get what we want. We get who we think we are. Doing this one thing has really changed my life, and it's really made me feel so much more centered and grounded, and know my own power and know that I can do what I want to do, that I can make the changes that I want to make. So if you want to get in shape or make any kind of change in your life, then do this first. Come back to yourself, know who you really are, which is pure love and pure consciousness. You are good enough. and you deserve to be fit and healthy and happy. I really hope that this video has helped and inspired somebody, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, bye.